Welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. I guess the recap for I could probably explain in short details can tends to be questionable at best. Because as far as I know, the Beatrice doesn't really sound like the Beatrice she would behave originally. And Kinzo got revived, even though he's already dead. I mean, well, when I don't know how you can make like a counter argument to that because everything is just fabricated within at this point. So it's like, oh, maybe what if Kinzo already was playing dead at this some point? Like, and I always made some sort of like various theories, like maybe the way Natsuki behaves when it comes to like you know, Kinzo, and he was basically like defending his honor, and maybe that correlates to like the episodes within the question arc of the sort. But that can leave up for later. And then we have let's see how this confrontation turns out with Lambda and Battler. Let's see, clap, clap, clap. That extremely unflattering applause was coming from Burncastle. Well, I'm not surprised.
Bravo.
Oh, right, because Lambda was the one fabricating the entire thing.
あなた、ベアトがいないと冷静なのね。
うるさい。お前も黙れ。
お待ちなさいよ、バトラー。あんたのご公説によるなら、夏日しかいない場所には金蔵が現れることは確かに可能かもしれない。夏日しかいない世界で夏日が金蔵を観測したと主張したなら誰にも否定はできないものね。でもあの場にはカノンが居合わせて彼も金蔵を見てるのよ。それをどう説明する気なのよ。
まったく問題ないな。カノン君は後ろ宮家に雇われてる使用人だ。夏日おばさんにじい様の死を隠すために口裏を合わせるように命令されてるはずさ。
I mean...
だから夏日おばさんと同じように存在しないはずのじい様を見ることができる。
あいにくね、ラムダ。
She's so fucking flabbergasted.
もうバトラはその程度の子供騙しには引っかからないのよ。
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, okay, Kanon got told by Kinzo, even though like he's already dead. Well, okay, that's like what Battler said, See, here's the thing, though, right? If the servants acknowledge Kinzo's existence, I'm pretty sure they're going by Natsuki's command or Natsuki's request. So it's not like I mean, they're servants, right? They're ordered to do as they please.
そうみたいね。こんなのゲーム前の前座よ。料理の前のアペリティフ。
飲み屋のお通し、寿司屋の緑茶。
うるせえ。青字で言い直さなきゃ先に進めねえのか。
そうね。一応もらえる？
じい様がすでに死んでいるにもかかわらず何事もなかったかのように闊歩しているのはじい様が生きていると思わせたい連中が生み出している幻想だからだ。
Yeah, just an illusion.
同じ思惑を持つ人間たちはその幻想を共有できる。
Yeah, if they can correlate to that mindset, then they also share the illusions altogether.
そしてあたかもじいさまが存在し、ついさっきまで一緒だったかのように語る。だからさも当然のように闊歩しているんだ。よって夏日おばさんに組みしていない人間の前にじいさまの幻想が現れることはできない。だからこそ書斎に閉じこもって出てこないという設定が必要になるんだ。
That's pretty obvious within episode 1 and 2, so... Oh, and episode 3 as well. Like, why... That's the thing, though, right? Why do you think he's not going to come out of the study room? If Kinzo, how should I say this? Kinzo's existence, well, quote unquote, only is safe if he's entrusted to ones like the servants and Natsuhi. So there's that in mind. In the games before now, Grandfather has always locked himself up in his study. We never met him directly. However, some people said things that made us think he was locked up in his study in a bad mood, such as claiming to have met him only a short while ago. We blindly accepted their statements and believed that Grandfather was in the study. That's why it was possible for an illusion of Grandfather to exist in the study, and only in the study room. That's right. In the games before now, the only people who met Grandfather were Uncle Kraus, Aunt Natsuki, and the servants. Because they all stuck to the same story, an illusion of Grandfather was able to exist on this island, making it seem like he was alive.
ご丁寧にもお前のゲームの冒頭でじいさまの死を隠すために夏日おばさんが南條先生たちを言いくるめるシーンまで見せてくれたじゃねえか。
Obviously.
今さらこんな子供騙しには引っかからねえぜ。
やるじゃない。未知の薬物プルプルピコピヨとか期待してたのに。
Yeah, but that kind of... I mean, that's what Battler would probably say, something similar to like the small bombs and shit, but I don't know. I don't... What the fuck is this unknown drug, Puru Pico Puyo? Is this some kind of video game reference?
そんな妄言口にするわけもないでしょ。
I mean, I could make up prior statements like the mafia poisoned them during the meeting, but...
だってその存在を仮定することはファンタジーに屈したのと全く同じだもの。ウイルスだろうと薬物だろうと病気だろうと未知の要素である限りノックス第4条に違反する。
In Nox's fourth commandment.
ん？第4条って何の話だ？
ノックス第4条。未知の薬物および難解な化学装置の使用を禁ず。殺人にこれを用いてはならないという規則よ。
なんだそりゃ。未知の薬物 X、未知の化学装置 X は魔女と戦う上での一番の武器だろうが。
So, unknown drug and unknown scientific device X, unknown trap X.
それ全部正式なミステリーでは違反だから。 未知のウイルス、未知の薬物、未知の病気、未知の X を仮定なんて立派なファンタジーなわけ。ご愁傷様。それがあなたの推理だったなら、あなたゲームオーバーよ。
She's so smug about it. It's crazy.
何を言ってやがんだ。
あなたはベアトと真正面から戦ってきたつもりでいる。でもね、本当は違うのよ。真正面じゃない。ずれた角度で戦い合ってたの。あなたがしてた推理ごっこはファンタジー対ミステリーじゃない。ファンタジー対アンチファンタジーでしかないのよ。
何を言ってやがるのかさっぱりわからねえぜ。
What the fuck did she say? Wait, so the game previously was is the direct opposition with each other. So instead of fantasy versus a mystery thing, it's fantasy versus the anti-fan. Isn't anti-fantasy still categorized as non-fiction anyway? You're just using some sort of non-fictional points? The fuck? Fantasy versus anti-fantasy. Isn't it just... Wait, that's fiction versus non-fiction argument, right? Or am I wrong? Or is this one of the things...
だが、一つだけわかることがある。俺のこれまでの戦い方にケチをつけたいらしいってことだ。
私たちは魔女幻想というファンタジーを殺すために戦ってるのよ。それはつまりこの物語を正式なミステリーで解釈するということ。
Interpreting this tale as a proper mystery.
つまりミステリーの禁忌に触れるすべての要素は初めから無視して書かれということよ。
無視だと？
例えばこれまでのゲームで何度も密室殺人があったでしょ。
ああ。
あなたはベアトとその度に犯行現場で隠し扉が存在しないかどうか随分と熱心に確認していたわね。まるでそれ自体が戦いであるかのように。赤き真実を織り交ぜてガキンガキンと派手に。あれ、私に言わせると時間の無駄だって。ノックス第3条で明記されてるんだもの。秘密の通路の存在を禁ず。
It is forbidden for hidden passages to exist. Not... Huh. So what you're saying within the Nox's commandments is is going by the rules. It is to prevent the violation of what causes it a mystery.
ミステリーではね、秘密の通路はあっちゃいけないの。
In the mystery genre, hidden passages mustn't exist.
つまり正式なミステリーとして解釈しようとする場合、 隠し扉があるのかどうかなんて論争初めからしたら負けなのよ。だってないんだから。
There aren't any.
存在するかもしれないと疑う時点でもうゲームオーバー。
So there are no prior strikes. It's just one time and you're done for.
つまり犯行現場に隠し扉が存在しないことが証明されてないから推理できないなんて。甘ったれたあなたはミステリー失格。その時点でゲームオーバー。ミステリーで解釈する戦いをしてるつもりだったんでしょ。ならミステリーのお約束にちゃんと従わなきゃ。
She's very trollish, nonchalant. Uh,
そういうことよ。すべての犯行現場には隠し扉が存在してはならないの。だからその存在を確かめる行為はすべて時間の無駄ってわけ。
お前が言ってるのはあれだろ。どこかで聞いたな。推理小説の条件10か条みたいなやつだったか。
ええ、そうよ。希代の魔女狩り大司教ノックスが振りかざす魔女をうがつ10本のくさびよ。それこそが魔女幻想というファンタジーと真正面から戦い打ち破るための正しい武器。さすがベルンね。厄介な武器を持ち込むこと、ファンタジーの大敵だわ。
へえ。犯行現場を調べもせずに隠し扉の存在を初めから否定できるなんて。俺にはそれこそファンタジーだぜ。
魔女側を受け持つラムダはファンタジー。それと戦う私はミステリー。あなたはただファンタジーを否定してかわし続けるのがやっとのアンチファンタジー。何から何まで反対だけど対案は一つも出せない。あなたどっかの国の政治家みたいね。
a politician from some country. That I mean, I did make a joke that there is some bit of a similarities in politics for Umineko, but I didn't expect Burncast to make some sort of a comparison there. This is like the most passive aggressive advice, I mean criticism I would hear from her.
うるせえぞ。お前たちとわけのわからねえ話をするためにここに戻ってきたんじゃねえ。さっさと話を続けろ。
静かになさいよ。あんたの後ろの眠り姫が辛そうよ。
When he turned around, he saw Beato's living corpse resting in the chair. However, sweat glistened all over her body, and it felt like she was breathing a little harder than normal. She looked as though she was suffering from a high fever.
ベアート、どうしたんだ？大丈夫か？
Wait, how did she end up here? I thought she's all the way down at the fucking, I don't know, some sort another dimension that usually tends to visit.
大丈夫かって。あんたおかしなこと言うのね。その子を殺すためにあんたは戦ってるんでしょうが。
any prior comeback to this.
あんたに合わせて第5のゲームを改装しているけれど、ゲームは今ベルンがかなり追い込んでいて、魔女幻想を打ち破ろうとしているの。その存在が否定されかかってるんだもの。苦しむのは当然だわ。
あなただって今、金蔵が存在するわけがないと魔女幻想を打ち破ったわ。あなたの攻撃がベアトに通った証拠よ。彼女のその苦悶は。
I tried to at least wipe away the sweat on Beato's forehead with a handkerchief. It's true I promised Beato that I'd let her die, but it was supposed to happen peacefully. I wasn't planning to make her suffer first. My goal isn't to make the sleeping Beato suffer like this before killing her, as if they had seen right through to my mixed feelings. The two witches grinned.
"姉貴が遺産遺産って騒ぐから親父に聞かれちまったんじゃねえかよ."
私のせいじゃないわよ。どうしようもないでしょ。たまたま廊下にいて聞かれてたなんて事故でしょ、事故。
Where the fuck did we come from here? Oh. What are these two arguing about? Like, this is a pretty different outcome.
予算か2人とも。今回は運が悪かったと思って諦めるんや。男の機嫌なんてほっとけばコロッと治るもんやで。
気分を害したお父さんがおかしな衣装を残さないでくれるといいわね。
I'm sure he'll be fine. But I do want to pause this for a bit. So I guess based on Beato's condition, I feel like I know how this will this will decide the outcome. The thing is like if the soulless Beatrice is suffering, then that affects the later outcome of the ending of the game, while do it within like a good prior faith. It's like the good faith and the bad faith type of thing, make her suffer in bad faith is gonna affect the outcome, while the good faith can make it so like she dies peacefully and then we get a happily after in the story or something. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what these guys are arguing about. The relatives took a deep breath and fell silent. Wow. This is a different expression on Rosa's face. She's angry. Angie? Wow, you bring up her name all of a sudden?
お待たせしました。船の準備が整いました。
ほな行くで。今はぐちぐち言っても始まらんで。
またのご来島を心よりお待ち申し上げております。
Natsuki was sitting on a bench in the rose garden, looking completely worn out. However, when she noticed that Kanon and Kumasawa were coming back, she immediately sat up straight, regaining the dignity of the head's wife.
船は出ましたか？はい。たった今、
出向なされました。
そうでしたか。見送りご苦労でした。主人はどうしてますか？
先ほどお部屋にお戻りになりました。お休みになられるとのことです。
Must be stressed out from the situation still. Or maybe he's like figuring out something beforehand behind the scenes. Since the previous day, Kraus had been almost overwhelmed by anxiety over the thought that Kinzo's death might be discovered. Oh, right. When the family conference ended, his wariness must have suddenly gotten a hold of him. However, the way he had refused to let even a sliver of his true intentions slip out, and the manner in which he had managed to act as though everything was normal, showed that Kraus's nerve was nothing to sneeze at.
どうでしたか？彼らはお父様のことを不審がってはおりませんでしたか？
いいえ。親方様に遺産分配の話を立ち聞きされたと。エヴァ様などはそれは大騒ぎでしたとも。ねえ。あの慌てっぷり、傑作でしたね。
はい。大層取り乱しておいででした。
They sure felt a bit tilted.
しかし、熊沢もなかなかの演技力ですね。あの廊下での慌てっぷりは、本当にそこにお父様がいらっしゃったかのようでしたよ。
熊沢さんはそういうのが大変お上手ですから。
She sure is the granny of the servants.
あら、やだやだ、褒めすぎですよ。
熊沢の病欠の電話は簡単に信じないよう、よく現地に言っておかなくてはなりませんね。
それは手厳しゅうございますよ、奥様。
本当にご苦労でした。お前たちと源氏とシャノンには約束通り過去1ヶ月分の休暇の買い上げと新たに5日の有給を与えます。秘密の手当ですよ。取得に際しては源氏と相談し、他の使用人たちに気取られないように。
ええ、心得ておりますとも。
See, that's the thing with Natsuhi is like, you know, at a first few couple episodes, it's like, I feel like I would dislike Natsuki at first, but I guess like, you know, later on, you start to like her more. Like it's like, yeah, Natsuki doesn't really show up as much on, well, fourth episode, she fucking died. So, but, you know, third episode, you know, she's a bit more tame than the previous episodes, so.
ねえ。
熊沢さん、声が大きいです。
おう、いけないいけない。
そうですね。この話はこれまでとします。各自通常のお勤めに戻るように。そうそう、ゴーダに特別にお茶の用意をさせました。いただくように。
Natsuki let them know she wanted to be left alone for a while, so she could drink some black tea in the rose garden. Oh, okay, so the introduction, the second episode, not second, the second chapter, blah, 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 you know, Rudolph, Rosa, and Kyrie, and Eva and Hideyoshi, they went they all head off to regather the family. So oh boy, I wonder how that'll turn out. How she wanted to be left alone for a while so she could drink some black tea in the rose garden. The black tea that had been carried all the way to the bench was the Sri Lankan tea dimbila that she had promised Beato along with some patis. Sitting on either side of the snack, staring at it curiously, the wife of the head and her witch could be seen.
これがパティスですか。私はてっきり焼き菓子のようなものだとばかり。
Apparently, Natsuki, not realizing that it had a curry-like spicy flavor, had started choking after putting it in her mouth. To describe it in Japanese terms, it was like fried dumplings stuffed with mashed curry-flavored potatoes. Oh, we got a little spicy snack, huh? As a household dish, it would probably be pretty popular with the kids. However, it was something of a shock to Natsuki, who expected that a treat to go with tea would be sweet.
知らんのか？ディンブラといえばこれだぞ。紅茶ならクッキー。ああ、チョコでもよいな。日本茶なら羊羹だが、塩昆布でもよい。中国茶なら小籠包。わらわは月餅も好きだ。
God damn it. All that tea party and food talks make me hungry too. God, man. What to do from here?
驚きました。随分と文化に詳しいのですね。
まあ、伊達に1000年は生きておらぬ。世界の名茶は一通り試した。お茶の世界旅行といったところか。
Is this like a journey to the West joke? I guess, I'm not really much of a tea drinker other than use it to calm my physical stress, but other than that, no, tea is tea.
確かに、それは立派な世界旅行ですね。このような紅茶の楽しみ方もあると、今日初めて知りましたので。これは貴重な体験です。
わらわは六軒島より出られぬ身。これくらいしか旅をすることはできぬでな。そなたはどうか。富豪の妻らしく世界を優雅に旅してきたのであろうが。
ジェシカが生まれる前は、主人はいろいろな国に私を連れて行ってくれました。嫁ぐまでは一度も海外旅行をしたことがなかったので、どれも新鮮な体験でしたよ。
そなたも窮屈な家に生まれたらしいな。
厳格でしたが、素晴らしい教育を施してくれましたよ。
I mean, there's nothing really wrong with traveling around the world, Have an interest in different cultures and how it works,
それを窮屈と呼んでは、お父様とお母様に失礼です。
雄弁に窮屈であると語っておるわ。
Kraus might have pitied the Natsuki, or he might have wanted to take her away away from the rigid Ushiromiya family for a little bit and let her rest. Or he might simply have wanted to take his wife around countries he knew well to show off everything he knew.
主人はお父様と違ってアジアの国が好きで、香港、台湾、韓国にタイ。
Hong Kong, Taiwan, Korea, Thailand.
マレーシアも行きましたっけ？
Damn, bro, Kraus having an interest in Asian culture? He might not be too bad after all. Maybe this doesn't help that doesn't, change my opinion that Kraus is a bit foolish when it comes to financial situations at hand, though. So.
クラウスめ、金蔵の西洋かぶれに反抗したつもりか。しかしアジアも良いぞ。日本人は丸ごと西洋かぶれだからな。外国といえば西洋しか想像せん。西があれば東もあろうに。
私も西洋の知識はそこそこにありましたが、東洋の知識はあまりなかったもので、旅先でいろいろと主人にからかわれましたっけ。
Beato subtly peered into Natsuki's heart as the latter grumbled that the trips had all been very tiring. Oh, we're going back to the flashback.
これは貧乏という。
Arika Nut. The hell is this scene? Oh. Kraus explaining Natsuki what the stuff is. What the stuff is.
ここでは庶民的な嗜好品だ。
It looked like a small round gourd-like nut that had been smashed with cucumber wedged in it. At a glance, it looked as though it would probably taste like pickles.
なるほど。これをかじればよいのですか。
As she tried to bite the one her husband was holding, he suddenly moved it away. What? It felt kind of embarrassing, like she was a fish after some bait.
まあ、待て。貧乏には食べ方がある。確かにかじるのは正しい。かじる。もぐもぐと噛む。しかし、食べてはならない。
Bite it, chew it, but don't swallow it.
え？かじって噛むのに食べてはならないのですか？
うん。かじって噛む。
Bite and chew, but don't swallow.
食べてはならん。そして汁も飲んではならん。胃を痛めるからな。
That's... I didn't even know that thing would exist. Interesting. The more you know.
わかりません。どうしてそんなものを食べなければならないのです？
ガムのようなものと思え。噛んで味を楽しむ。
Oh, I think I get what. Okay, there are some stuff like this. It's like eating it like chewing gum, but you didn't say to consume it.
噛んだくずと汁はこうして紙コップに吐き出す。
かですよ。拭いて拭いて。
Even her favorite handkerchief, which she had wiped Krause's mouth with, had bright red marks on it. Something that's poisonous if eaten or drunk, and it makes the inside of your mouth so bright red. And having to spit something out after you put it in your mouth. How indecent! Thinking this, Natsuki adamantly refused Krause's invitation.
嫌です嫌です。結構です結構です。
こういうのは異文化体験だぞ。
A cross-cultural experience.
ここでしかできない体験をしなければ旅行の意味がない。
That's that's kind of arguable. That's debatable though. Like, yeah, here's the thing though. Like, yeah, you can learn. It is part of like learning the experience when it comes to a cultural difference, but not every. It's not everyone's thing, you know. If some if something like that can make you uncomfortable, then I feel like it's part of your decision to like not wanting to do so, you know? Krause kept chewing, ignoring the fact that even his lips were being colored bright red.
こいつは親父殿も好きでね。昔は取り寄せたのか、屋敷のテラスでももぐもぐやっていたものだ。夏日が来てからはやめたようだがね。ほら、君が私よりも尊敬する親父殿も愛用していたんだぞ。ほらほら、遠慮なく試したまえ。
いやいや、やめてやめて、あなた。
Can't, you know, I can't even tell how not if whether I should feel bad for Natsuki or this is just part of like how, you know, how cute the interaction is. Because Natsuki, the way Natsuki behaves seems like she's really shy when it comes to trying out like new things during her travels. So. During travel, Krause had the innocence of a child. He didn't even conceal his jealousy of the respect Natsuki normally gave Kinzo. Just being able to see that side of her husband made traveling all the way to another country worthwhile. Krause urged her even harder to bite it, but Natsuki, undaunted, ran from place to place and finally yelled that he was being too pushy. Krause was miffed the whole bus ride. What a child, to let a little thing like this get him down. Natsuki thought exasperately. Then, a native tour guide in the bus took out one of those areca nuts and started explaining about it. It had apparently been a beloved luxury item in these parts since ancient times, similar to tobacco. Just like in Natsuki's case, it was starting to be disliked by young people and was becoming obsolete. Furthermore, it was treated as a good luck charm in this area and was known as a symbol for couples. She looked at her husband's face. He turned away abruptly, but it looked like his cheeks had gotten a little red. What a story.
夫の肩に身を委ねて手なんか握っちゃったりしたわけか。なんだ、そなたら夫婦結構純愛ではないか。
I love it how she makes that face, especially with that peaceful, nonchalant music.
燃え上がっちゃったであろう。その晩とか。
And she made that laugh too. Oh man. We're 5 episodes in, and Beata Ricci never changed. Red-faced and avoiding Beato's eye, Natsuki tried to hide her embarrassment by swallowing the patisse whole, chewing with her cheeks puffed out like a blowfish. Beato said, "Yep, this is the best snack anyone could have with tea," and nodded several times, a broad smile on her face. Ain't that cute?
もっとも、それも新婚の頃の話です。今は六軒島を出ることもできぬ身。
Well, newlyweds, I mean, isn't that kind of part of what a honeymoon is?
カゴの鳥ですよ。
それを言うならわらわも同じよ。死ねども死ねども六軒島よりは逃げられぬ。カゴの鳥はわらわも同じだ。
Well, at least, well, good to know that that is two peas in the pod.
あなたのことは知りませんし、詮索もしません。しかし、軽んじれぬ境遇であったことは察します。
老名主を気取るつもりもないわ。同じカゴの鳥同士、せいぜい仲良くしようぞ。わらわはそなたを気に入ったぞ。
そうですか。ありがとう。
この度の親族会議における使用人たちへの指示や采配は見事であった。金蔵が何時にどこにいて、何をして何を残したか、それらを見事に共有させ、矛盾なく組み上げた。それらの緻密な計画書は高度な魔法陣のそれと同じ美しさがあったぞ。
To make it look like Kinzo actually existed and was living life his own way, she had written his schedule for the day down to the finest detail and made the servants follow it to the letter. When did he meet whom and where, and what did he leave them? When did he do what and where, and what changed? As a result, even though the relatives never saw Kinzo even once, they hadn't suspected in the slightest that he hadn't been there. Eva and the rest truly believed that Kinzo had just happened to be walking through the hall when he heard them talking about the inheritance and went into a rage. Everything had gone just as Natsuki's plan had predicted, down to the finest detail. And the cooperation by the servants had also worked smoothly, down to the finest detail.
万一にも知られるわけにはいかぬ秘密ですので、念入りに策を練りましたから。
Does this mean Natsuki giving the mistreatment to Shannon was also part of her, plan? I mean, if they were if the conference were taking place, and the servants, I'm pretty sure one of the servants were sent the tea to them, and why am I going this?
その緻密さと意志が絶対の成功を呼ぶ。どうやらそなたは魔女としてはラムダデルタ教の一派らしいな。
As a witch, it seems that you're in Lady Lambda Delta's
それを魔法と自覚したならば、いつでも魔女見習いを名乗れるレベルだ。
What? This is literally not. Though this dialogue right there, I can tell this is not what Beato would say. Oh.
それを魔法と呼ぶなら、熊沢あたりはさしずめ、仮病の魔女ですね。
Kumasawa, the witch of feigned illnesses.
忙しい日に限って腰痛で休むと連絡があります。
That's funny.
毎年親族会議の日にはいつもです。
ああ、熊沢は違う。 もっともっと高位の魔女であるぞ。
Is that so?
正体知ったら驚くぞ。
Watching these two have their pleasant chat was another pair with steam rising from their black tea. However, this second pair was in a world that the first couldn't see, where golden roses bloomed.
ロノウェが気を利かせて、同じディンブラとかいう紅茶を入れてくれたぜ。
What a good dude. It felt as though Beato muttered something. For the first time, it felt as though something had gotten through to her. Surely she had taken an interest in the black tea and felt like drinking it. Thinking this, Battler took Beato's cup in her hand, making her hold the cup. Beato's eyes trembled sadly and her fingers shook, almost as though she couldn't even move her fingers if she wanted to, and was mourning the fact that she could no longer enjoy the tea she had once loved by her own power. That's how she looked. So Battler put his hand on Beato's, grabbed hold of the teacup, and lifted it to her lips. Then, though it was only a single mouthful, Beato sipped. The days they'd had been locked in the killing fest with red swords and blue wedges already seemed like the distant past. Now, not only was Beato unable to do that, it was even difficult for her to make her body do as she pleased. Even just drinking a mouthful of black tea like this was hard.
どうだ、バラの匂いが素敵な紅茶だよな。口に合うか。
Of course, Beato didn't respond.
どうしちまったんだ、お前は。これもまた作戦なんだろ。
Oh, I see what he tried to do there. He was trying to. He thinks that her favorite, Beato's favorite things is the tea that she liked, and maybe he was doing that just so she can come back to her senses. So, but.
落ち込んでるふりをして後でバーッと驚かそうって作戦なんだろ。それが狙いならもう二度と同じ手には乗らねえからいい加減にしろ。お前がそんなざまじゃこっちも調子が狂うんだよ。
No words.
なあ、そろそろ引っかかったなバーカってバカ笑いしてくれよ。どんなネタもあまり引っ張りすぎると笑えなくなるぞ。二番煎じなら特にな。笑ってくれ。あそこで夏日おばさんとお茶を飲みながらケラケラと笑ってるみたいに。
No words, like no prior response whatsoever. Maybe she's telling us something. There's although even though Battler's like, yeah, there's no way you're gonna be like, oh, she like Battler just sitting there thinking Beato's gonna play a joke and say, oh, it was a joke or something, or it was just a prank.
せめてニヤーっと笑うくらいはできねえのかよ。
二度とないわ。その子が笑うことはもう二度と。
Those sudden words were exceedingly cruel.
どうして二度となんて言える？ベアトの笑う権利を勝手に奪うな。
あら、赤で言った方がいい？
I shook my head furiously. Then, with an expression that didn't reveal her thoughts in the slightest, Berncastle spoke while looking at Beato's face, and the word she used was completely incomprehensible to me.
おめでとう。
何がだ？
ベアトがそのざまなのはあなたが勝ったからこその結果だからよ。
何を言ってやがる。
あなたはかつてのゲームで言ったわ。これは互いを苛む永遠の拷問だとね。そうよ。ベアトにとっても拷問だった。そしてその拷問ゲームにあなたは勝ったのよ。だからベアトの魂は殺され、人形同然の屍になり果てた。
俺がベアトを殺したと言うのかよ。
So, are you expecting me to say that Valor is guilty for all this? I don't know if this.
勝敗はどちらか一方の勝とうとする意志がくじけた時に決まる。あなたとベアとの戦いという意味においてはすでに前回決着がついていたのよ。まああなたにとっては預かり知れぬうちにだろうけれども。
なら俺の勝利なのにどうしてゲームが終わらない？
If that was the part of the results of victory, then no one. Yeah, like you said, like there's no sound of game over or anything.
どうしてこのゲームがまだ続いている？
その子の足首についてる足かせ、ラムダが施したルールなのよ。
Even if even if Beatrice tries to yield or gets discouraged or gives up, she isn't capable of stepping down from the game. That's the rule. Or maybe it's a curse.
かつてあなたが屈しそうになった時、私はあなたをサポートしたわ。あなたには知覚できないだろうけど、あなたにとって有利な展開とヒントが与えられるように私はあなたに助力した。
I mean, yeah, but you make it sound like you're just pitying her. I mean, pitying him. You pity him.
だから今あなたはここにこうしていられるのよ。覚えてる？私に助けられたこと。
Berncastle stared at me. It's true I wasn't aware of it, but just maybe I was saved by her.
同じようにラムダはベアトをサポートしてるわ。そして今度はベアトが屈しようとしている。だから今度はラムダが屈しないようにサポートしたわ。それが足かせ。投了を許さないことによってベアトをゲーム上救ったわ。
何をどう救ったってんだ？
本来ゲームは2つの終わり方があった。どちらかが負けを認めて投了するか、どちらかがチェックメイトでゲームに勝つか。 ベアとはその前者に抵触しかけた。だからラムダはそれを潰し、敗北をギリギリのところで回避したの。ゲーム上は立派なサポートだわ。
So the only way this game can end now is if I win. At the very least, until I do win. This witch called Lambda Delta can probably try to buy time for Beato to make a comeback. But that'll just prolong Beato's suffering even more. Neither of us want that. Both Beato and I fought with all we had trying to win. The game repeated several times because we were both giving it everything we could muster. Then, that one time, we confronted each other head-on with all of our strength. And Beato acknowledged her loss. She said she wanted me to end this game and trusted everything to me. So, Berncastle's words are the truth. She said it's my fault Beato's become a living corpse. Well, that's true, but it's something both of us wanted.
俺たちの勝負はもう決着している。なのにゲームは終わらない。だからベアトは俺に託したんだ。早く勝ってこのゲームを終わらせろってな。
No words. Now that the game's been resolved, letting it continue any further means endless torture for Beato. Nothing more than a nightmare, just to torment her. I've got to give her a perfect checkmate and end this game in the truest sense and let her rest in peace. Yeah, end this game within good faith. For that reason, I'll keep fighting. But by continuing the game, Beato's internal torture will continue. It felt as though I could only let her sleep peacefully by slowly strangling her to death.
もう俺には真実なんてどうでもいい気がしてきた。ベアトに気が済んだなら、もうゲームなんてどうでもいいだろ。ベアトは投了した。俺は魔女幻想の真実など捨ておいて、家族と家に帰る。それでいいじゃねえか。
If only Lambda Delta hadn't placed the curse of that shackle on her, this battle would be over already. That's why I found it detestable. This game, which I can't finish without tormenting Beato more, is detestable.
何？真実に近づいたら、ベアトが苦しそうな表情を見せるようになったんで、急に手心を加えたくなったの？なら好きなだけ手加減するといい。あるいはベアトに勝ちを譲ればいい。そして妹に孤独で悲惨な未来を無限に強い続ければいい。
そういうわけじゃね
え。That's right. I have to return for Angie's sake as well. What? You just forgot about that again? My goodness. I know this isn't the time to start feeling compassion for Beato.
ならきっちり殺しなさい。その魔女を。
Okay, how many times has this been reminded this? Oh, I have to like save Angie as well. I was like, man, you said that you just said that within dialogue. Ain't this something? Even though Beato I stumbled upon words today. Even though Beato was right there, Berncastle spoke without holding back.
あなたの目的はこの女を殺すことよ。あなたは前回のゲームでベアトに壊れて口にしたわ。お前を殺すってね。
That is true. He did said that, but it's more of like a hyperbolic. Well, the verbal. Well, his emotions is just comes off as comes off as part of a hyperbole rather than like it's part of it like, oh, it's my goal to kill Beatrici. Like,
ああ、そうかもな。
okay, well.
だがそれはお前にとやかく言われることじゃねえな。
知ってる？爪を剥ぐときはね、一気に剥いでくれた方がマシなのよ。あなたみたいに優しくおっかなびっくりとぐりぐりもたもたと剥がれる方がよっぽど痛い。あなたのしてることの方がよっぽど拷問だと思うけど。
That sounds like something I would hear in the Saw movie, but
慈悲があるなら一気に殺しなさい。それが殺すということよ。
余計なお世話だ。俺がこいつにどう引導を渡すかは俺が決めることだ。お前もあのラムダデルタという魔女も関係ない。俺が殺す。他の誰にもそれは許さない。
その意志に変わりがないならいいわ。私はあなたにかけてるのだから。いい？決して忘れないことよ。このゲームに決着をつけない限り、あなたが解放されることは決してない。あなたにだってこのゲームを放棄することは許されないのだから。
Yeah, thanks. You don't have to remind me that again.
わかってない。
ラムダの狙いは分かってる。ベアトと同じようにあなたにも繊維喪失させて、二人とも生き人形にしてこの世界を永遠に安定させることよ。そんなの嫌でしょ。私も困るわ。
お前の都合など知ったことか。だが俺はゲームを捨てない。ベアトとの戦いの責任を放棄しない。
目的が同じで嬉しいわ。そしてそれは躊躇なくその子を殺せるということよね。
Beatrici giving a battler the puppy eyes.
そうだ。
I have no way of knowing whether those words eased her pain or hurt her, but I can tell by the dull tingling in my chest that I surely believe I've hurt her. I have no way of knowing what the silent Beato feels. Well, I mean, she's a soulless doll. I mean, you can't tell whether what she felt about it or what she wants, or whether she's offended or not. If I think I've hurt her, does that mean she's actually been hurt? And if I didn't think I hurt her, would that mean no one's gotten hurt because of me? That's a good question. But that can be saved for later. So, next part, aside of Natsuhi's plan turn out all hunky dory. Let's see how Badler comes out of all this. because everything. Well, that's the thing when it comes to Valor, right? Like he does. He has this thing whether he pities Beatrice for how she is as of right now, or to whether he he's being a bit hesitant because again, like he keep in mind he has one goal that he has to fulfill or like take care of. And I'm amazed that he forgot about when it comes to Angie too. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.